Who will be joining me alongside here before Lee Harper. So welcome, Jules, to Poppy's TV. It's nice to have a opposition supporter in the studio. Hope you like our little setup here. And it's going to be a crunch game, isn't it? We've mentioned it briefly that this probably, beside the rugby and the Bedworth games, is the most important games.
I think from FC's point of view, this afternoon's game, I think 3 points is vital for us. I think if we lose today, then Kettering could be on their way to perhaps even the title. From our own point of view, I think we're looking to cement a playoff play. So who knows? Point, perhaps, but we are looking for the win.
I mean, whatever happens to Aylesbury this season, it's been a remarkable season for him, hasn't it? Finished 16th position last season, challenging for the title with ourselves this season. What's been the difference in the turnaround of results, and why have you achieved so much so far this season?
I don't think there's been that much change in personnel, to be absolutely honest with you. I think there's been one or two additions, but it's the appointment of Steve Bateman who's been the real difference. He's brought in a much more attacking style of play. He's brought in a lot more discipline to the team, as well as, and as you can see from the results, the performances and the position that we're in are there for all to say.
Well, certainly the two games at your place this season were feisty affairs, to say the least, and they were difficult games to play. Luckily, we won both those games, but they weren't easy games. I mean, the last 20 minutes, I remember in both games, you put Kettering Town under an immense pressure, and really, we're unlucky not to come away with something. Controversial penalty, I would say, but clearly a handball. But seen by the referee. Yeah, I've got to say that, haven't I? They're all controversial, but they've been great games, and I think today also, with the atmosphere, with your drum, I fancy that, bringing that down. If I could stick that somewhere, I would.
The drum certainly makes the difference. I think going back to the two home games, certainly the second game there was the free kick in the final minute, which just hit the bar. Who knows? I do think Kettering deserved the wins. They did just shade them. However, today we are very, very determined. I think it's going to be equally as close. Which way it's going to go, I'm really not sure.
Well, yeah, if you do lose today, you'll be 8 points behind Kettering. We have a game in hand. If you get a point today, it's still the same. A win to you makes it closer, which is good for you guys, obviously. And I think this is going to be a very tough game indeed, and probably the hardest one that we've played. And if we play like last week, then you'll win easy, because it was a very, very inept performance by Kettering Town last week against AFC Hayes. That is for sure.
As you say in the introduction there about Twitter, I was following the game on Twitter because obviously FC's game was off, and I was seeing up to 70 minutes, 80 minutes, but it was one each, thinking it was a great result for FC. And then there was the penalty with, I think it was about 7 or 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was quite a controversial one in our opinion. The keeper, aren't they all? The goalkeeper should have gone for an extra set tackle on Clifton. But overall, I thought Kettering were very lucky to win that game 2-1. 1-1 would have been a fair result, as AFC Hayes' position doesn't belie how they play. It was a good performance, but there we go. Okay, Jules, that's been nice talking to you. I hope that streamed over okay, and no doubt might see you in the bar after the game. And enjoy your afternoon with the Poppies, and I'll say let the best team win. I think we'll leave it there. We won't give predictions, and nice to meet you, and no doubt we'll talk to each other in the future. Okay, Jules, that's great. Okay. Well, Ed's just popping back for a few minutes before the star of this afternoon comes on, which is